Welcome to another edition of Iraqi Dinar News, with your host, Bobby King, reporting directly from Iraq. Stay tuned as we explore these factors in detail, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Let's get started. The Iraqi dinar has been a focal point of economic discussion and analysis for many years, especially given Iraq's unique geopolitical and economic circumstances. In 2024, several factors have emerged as significant influences on the dinar's value and stability. These factors include Iraq's 2024 budget, government employment policies, dual exchange rates, and the dynamics within OPEC concerning oil revenue transactions. This article will delve into each of these factors, exploring their impacts and potential implications for Iraq's financial future. Factor 1. The 2024 budget and oil price dependencies. The first major factor affecting the Iraqi dinar is the 2024 budget, which presents significant challenges for Iraq. According to the World Bank, Iraq needs an oil price of $90 per barrel to meet its budgetary requirements. This assessment contrasts starkly with the current oil price, which hovers around $80 per barrel. This discrepancy highlights a fundamental issue in how financial data is reviewed and interpreted by different entities, namely the World Bank and the Iraqi government. The World Bank's assessment. The World Bank's analysis is grounded in a comprehensive review of Iraq's financial needs, revenue streams, and expenditure patterns. The institution considers various economic indicators and global oil market trends to estimate the required oil price for Iraq to balance its budget. Given that oil revenue constitutes a significant portion of Iraq's national income, any fluctuation in oil prices directly impacts the country's fiscal stability. Iraq's perspective. From Iraq's viewpoint, the situation is nuanced. The government may view the financial data through a lens of optimism or necessity, factoring in potential oil price recoveries, future economic reforms, or undisclosed revenue streams. This perspective might lead to different budgetary planning, where the estimated oil price requirement could be lower than the World Bank's assessment. Budgetary implications. The crux of the issue lies in the budget's sustainability. If oil prices remain around $80 per barrel, Iraq may face a budget deficit, leading to borrowing, reduced public spending, or reliance on reserves. These outcomes can have cascading effects on the dinar's value, as fiscal instability often translates into currency depreciation. Furthermore, a persistent budget deficit could undermine investor confidence, affecting foreign investment and economic growth. Factor 2. Government employment policies. The second significant factor is Iraq's historical and current approach to government employment, especially for college graduates. Historically, Iraq has created jobs for college graduates, viewing government careers as part of the benefits of being an oil-rich country. This tradition continues to shape the budget, as Iraq is currently budgeting for over 700,000 new government jobs. Historical context. In the past, the Iraqi government has been a major employer, providing stable and well-paying jobs to graduates. This policy was feasible during periods of high oil prices and substantial revenue, allowing the government to absorb a large portion of the workforce. However, this approach has led to a bloated public sector and significant recurrent expenditure on salaries and benefits. Current challenges. In 2024, the economic landscape has shifted. The global oil market is more volatile, and Iraq faces additional pressures from international financial institutions to streamline its public sector. Budgeting for 700,000 new government jobs in such a context is ambitious and raises questions about fiscal prudence and sustainability. Impacts on the dinar. The large public sector wage bill puts immense pressure on the national budget. If oil revenues fall short of expectations, the government may need to resort to deficit financing, increasing public debt and potentially leading to inflationary pressures. Such a scenario could weaken the dinar, as the currency's value is often tied to economic stability and confidence in fiscal policies. Factor 3. Dual exchange rates. The third factor affecting the Iraqi dinar is the existence of dual exchange rates. Currently, Iraq has an official exchange rate of approximately 1,310 Iraqi dinars to one United States dollar, while the market rate fluctuates higher, around 1,450 Iraqi dinars to one United States dollar. This discrepancy causes issues, including public protests, and complicates economic transactions. Official versus market rate. The official exchange rate is set by the Central Bank of Iraq and is used for official transactions, including government imports and exports. In contrast, the market rate reflects the rate at which the general public and businesses conduct day-to-day transactions. The gap between these rates can lead to arbitrage opportunities, where individuals and businesses exploit the difference for profit, further destabilizing the market. U.S. Federal Reserve influence. The dual exchange rate issue is compounded by the U.S. Federal Reserve's influence. Iraq, Iran, and Syria's demand for U.S. dollars has led the Federal Reserve to encourage Iraq to rely more on the Iraqi dinar than the U.S. dollar. This policy aims to stabilize the dinar and reduce dependency on foreign currency, aligning Iraq's monetary practices with U.S. regulatory expectations. Expected resolution. As of January 1, 2024, all transactions in Iraq are mandated to be conducted in dinars, a move anticipated to bridge the gap between the official and market rates. This policy is expected to offer a sense of stability, as a unified exchange rate would simplify transactions and reduce the opportunities for arbitrage. However, the transition period may see continued volatility until the market adjusts to the new norm. Factor 4. OPEC and oil revenue transactions. The fourth and most concerning factor is the issue of oil revenue transactions within OPEC. Currently, all oil revenue paid to OPEC is in U.S. dollars, with Iraq's oil revenue received by the U.S. Federal Reserve first and then allocated to Iraq. This arrangement raises concerns about Iraq's financial safety, especially if the country seeks to receive oil revenues in dinars. Backroom talks and concerns. There are ongoing discussions within OPEC about the future position of the organization and its member states' preferences for currency transactions. If Iraq pushes to receive oil revenues in dinars, it could face resistance from within OPEC and external financial institutions. Such a move would be significant in strengthening Iraq's currency, as it would increase demand for the dinar and reduce dependency on the U.S. dollar. OPEC's internal dynamics. OPEC's power dynamics are currently in flux, with internal disagreements potentially threatening its cohesion. Any instability within OPEC can have direct implications for Iraq, given its heavy reliance on oil revenues. Thank you.